would be something. And it's the first team to win 2 matches. And in this case, guess what? We are at that point where both teams are going for their second win. So here we go. Let's play pickleball. Etta Wright to serve. Earlier today, Pisnik and Wright won 26-24 in this matchup. And there was very little wind in the match prior to this between the Hustlers and the Flash. It's picking up, Roscoe.
Yeah, we can hear it on the mic for sure. It's coming in. Hopefully not too strong.
Side out, 41.
Obviously, wind being a big factor in pickleball with the wiffle ball.
1-2.
Yeah, the Vulcan V Pro Flight is the official ball of Major League Pickleball and the Carvana PPA Tour. And Vivian Glozman just hit that said ball too far.
3-1.
There's a good look at Rachel Rohrabacher. The key to this operation is played brilliantly in 2024, but an aggressive Etta Wright is a problem.
Yeah, we talked about this yesterday. The Ranchers playbook against this team especially has been very, very aggressive pickleball, especially in the women's doubles match.
And this time it's Rohrabacher firing away. And Roscoe, you always hear it's hard to beat a team twice. Well, how about twice in like 3 hours here? That's the task the Ranchers have to come up with here. We'll get your thoughts after this rally.
Tina's got a little more power. She's got the, I think the new Pro XR paddle has got a little poppier core. So we're seeing her able to do a little more with the ball here.
Deep from Etta Wright. And the other big difference for this third match is there was a coin toss. So women did go out first again, which is what the Ranchers preferred, but they've already done something different. They had to serve to start this match. So we'll get an update on who won the toss here in a second.
Etta Wright looks alive right now. Yes. She's on her feet. She's moving around, and I think she really, really wants this match.
5-4.
Yeah, because everybody's like, oh, steady Tina. Etta doesn't miss. She's got the backhand flick. They are pushing forward. They have the wind at their back as well, but that is not different than what we saw yesterday. So you want to be aggressive. What do you do? Put the ball behind Etta.
Yeah, really good redirect there by Viv.
5-6.
Just defending, and then Etta Wright says we're done.
The forehand speed up too from Tina Pisnik, something we saw a lot yesterday, a newer part of her playbook here, but wow, has she had some success with it.
wild rally, a topspin dink that went way wide, and you can see Rachel saying, finish the ball, get on top of it there.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think she had a look to put it away there, but a really good ATP reset from Viv midpoint. Tina flying in.
Yes, I love this. And you heard Rachel just scream at Viv not to play that ball that was clearly going out, but sometimes you're just too engaged.
Yeah, it can be hard to get out of the way, especially for the taller players.
Oh, hey, Mr. 6'5".
Yeah. I love that play right there. I think that's the Rachel Rohrabacher that will win them this match. She needs to take things in her own hands, play aggressive, and she can't let the ranchers dictate each point.
6-9. Side out, point 10.
That was weird. It was more like a bunt from Rachel. She usually has one of the longest and loopiest swings there. Just never got to it there.
Yeah, could be part of this breeze that we're feeling right now. Of course, makes it tougher to hit those really exact shots.
Side out, point 7.
Tina leaving that drop a little high. They're with the wind. So if she puts the ball in the kitchen, odds are it's going to blow forward, giving Rachel the volley.
You called for Rachel to be more aggressive. There was Exhibit A.
Yeah, perfect play by her. I think she needs to keep that pressure on Etta, especially who's in front of her, and I think she'll have success.
8-10. Point.
Missed return there, and they're within one.
Nine, 10. Point.
Now, when you're into the wind, I love throwing it into the backboard with a drop like Rachel did there. Just let the wind put that into the kitchen and blow it away from your opponent.
For sure.
Side out, point 11.
Indecision.
Yeah, I think Rachel wanted to follow that ball up. It was a little away from her, but she went to go swing, kind of threw Viv off.
You just see this
11,
vision
10.
of a paddle in the side of your eye there, and you're like, wait a minute, I do not want to get just clobbered by my partner.
Side out,
So
point
some
11.
errors on the backhand for Etta Wright here over there.
Yeah, I think that has been part of the aggressive play from
11,
Rachel,
11.
creating those errors. Sometimes when you play aggressive, you get more than just the points you win. You get some free errors.
Wow, Tina Pisnik firing away. We love when the ladies go toe-to-toe.
Yeah.
Ball touch you. Oh.
So Rachel is having a conversation here.
It's hard to tell. You don't know if that ball barely grazed you. You can't feel it. So thank God for the close call replay.
So here is, Etta, that is the
After video
classic.
review, the ball did not contact the player before becoming dead. DC, you're charged with 1 challenge. You have 2 free video challenges remaining. Texas has 3 free video challenges remaining. Resume play at side out, 12-11.
And that was the classic I'm trying to get my paddle out of the way maneuver from Etta, and it worked. They win this rally, will switch ends, and that is now becoming a factor.
Side out, point 12.
Well, I can guarantee you we're switching ends after this next rally at 12 apiece here.
12-12. Side out, point 13. Timeout, Shea
I like Etta sitting.
12, Texas.
I think it's interesting Etta sat back in there, considering that Rachel's gone to her forehand twice now.
All right, Texas Ranchers trying to keep the Texas pride alive. Right here
13,
on
12.
center.
Side out, point 13.
Wow, threads the needle. And Etta sitting backhand again.
Yeah, Rachel moving around her spots very well.
13, 13.
I think she's 3-1 with the backhand speed up.
Point.
Wow, and just absolutely tags Tina Pisnik looking for the ball in a much different spot. Rohrabacher is on it right now.
Yeah, Rohrabacher's playing fantastic. Vivian, very consistent, setting Rachel up as well. I think they're playing really solid as a team right now. So that's the play we saw Tina use yesterday to win the match.
They just kept throwing the ball over there, and she was winning those cross-court battles. Man, full swing inside out up in the air like that. Not an easy shot to execute.
15-14.
Really impressive there from DC.
They are taking the first shot here. Unlike yesterday when these teams played, it was the Ranchers dictating play.
Side out, point 15.
And I think some of these errors are okay when you're playing that aggressive style. It's in the budget.
No need to reach there, Viv.
Yeah, backing a little far off the line, creating the angle for Etta.
16-16.
You want to talk about a world-class tennis player hitting a world-class overhead. That was pretty.
Yeah, telegraphed very nicely.
17-16.
And they were slammed into each other trying to fill the middle. The level here is fantastic.
I love the reach-in by Vivian, and I love Rachel keeping that pressure afterwards.
17-17.
Especially with the Ranchers in the transition zone.
Oh, just absolute filth. Held the paddle in the same spot she has been cross-court dinking with and just slid it up the line.
Some sorcery right there.
And no one will give an inch right now. 18 all.
18-18.
love it.
I mean, Etta tried to jump out of the way and hit a backhand, and that did not work.
19-18.
Got one smash back, but not another, and now DC has a 2-point advantage.
I think that's the perfect play from Glozman on the right side, using her length, reaching in, something she does so well on the forehand side.
That goes out, and it may be timeout. We are even still playing, and DC looking to flip the script from earlier and have their ladies win. Wow, awkward swing at the ball off the tape, and they've stretched it out to 4.
22-18.
Wow, Viv had to look at something to do more than she did and paid the price.
Yeah, I like the idea, though, of her continuing to lean in, especially off the aggressive Rohrabacher backhand. So good.
Wow, fades to give herself a better look at it and then blows it past Pisnik. They're 2 points away.
23.
Alan Roman, the referee, getting everybody in the proper position.
23-19. Side out, point 20. 20. 20-23.
Wow.
Such a difference with Rohrabacher owning the cross court tonight.
100%.
Josh, Dekel, Kyle, the whole brain trust over there. Pacing, but they have a chance to close it out right here. Wow, off the tape and goes wide. Had a great look at it.
That's one of those weird angles where going down the line is tough, but at the same time, going cross court gives that player a little more time to react.
And the Rohrabacher difference is absolutely on point here again. Earns a second shot to close it out here.
24-21.
Oh, and Rohrabacher sticks her paddle in there. I think Viv might have been there, so 2 saved.
22-24.
Oh my, sat on the net, and the breeze might have been the difference there. 3rd game point for DC. This thing stood for the pose for the class picture. Oh my, Glozman out of control on a game point there. Hasn't poached much at all. Can't let the nerves dictate your choices.
23-24.
And it's a carryover effect as two paddles went in. Bonker score lines. And this one's going to go past 25. I don't even know why we mess with a graphic that says we're playing to 25, because a lot of the time we don't. And again, Rohrabacher wins it. She was the target yesterday, and we were stunned by that. Well, she's the target again and has earned a 4th game point for her side. And they get it done on the 4th one, and the DC ladies flip the script. They win it 26-24. Earlier today, it was
that he needs to be hitting a lot of third shot drives.
Right now, 21.
I think that's going to be a theme, returning to Christian more, avoiding the drive from Duong.
Right now, 21.
Love to see Jimmy just drop that ball into the kitchen, establish himself, and then try to work the point from there.
1-1. Point.
Man, coming in hot. A little downwind, so that's probably the margin difference right there.
So we got, right off the bat, tons of pressure from the Ranchers.
3-1. Right now, 22.
Yeah, no one's sticking around trying to negotiate the kitchen with some well-thought dinking. It's full on firepower.
I really, really like that play from DC. I like Jimmy taking his time on those things, working the point, and then Dekel being big.
3-3.
There was an out call. There was a big swing. It catches the tape. Dekel's fired up, and
4-3.
this thing is amped. Jimmy's listening to you, Roscoe.
I think so. No, really, really impressive play. I mean, James, when he's on, is the best in the world. Up there with it. There's no doubt.
And the non-stop bouncing of those feet. Well, can't come up with the ATP. Way wide on the roll from Q, but it doesn't pay the price.
4-5.
I mean, coming in hot, goes off the tape and stays in easily.
Yeah, Quang is just so aggressive and so difficult to play against because of it. And not to mention, it doesn't give a lot of airs.
No. Because there are certainly players that play that way, but there's crazy ceilings and floors.
Yeah.
His is much tighter for the way he chooses to play the sport.
Yeah, he's got probably the best drive in men's doubles, in my opinion, and he never misses it. It's always low over the net, tons of spin, but he's cranking it every single time.
6-5.
So Q wins the battle of top spin, backhand, two-way rolls.
I like that play from Jimmy, though. I really do. He's working the point, and I think that's going to work for him in the long run.
Earlier today, Alshon and Quang won 25-20 in this matchup. So had for this, a pretty comfortable win, and it's must-have here.
Right now, .8, or excuse me, .7. 7-7.
And that is the epitome of why they've struggled. We talked about it a lot yesterday. The third is sky high.
Yeah.
Haven't called Dekel's name much at all so far either.
No, not at all. I think Jimmy's hit, say, 80% of the balls. But same with Quang. There he is. There's the big man.
There you are. That's what happened yesterday in mixed. We just had to call his name like we had the magic potion, bring Dekel to life, and boy, did it ever happen.
I mean, that was something else.
Look out.
Wow, look at that.
So the rule is once it bounces, Q can chase it across the plane of the net, but that was wild. Yesterday we had Jack Sock hit a ball that went off the edge of his paddle that he actually got to bounce and fly back into the net, and they won the rally. So crazy, nice patience. Now he cannot hit the net though with that follow through, and he did not do that there. So not an easy shot for Q, but he got it.
I like the positivity from Dekel there.
Yes.
You saw yesterday, and it just changes the level of the way he plays.
That first volley was destroyed.
Yeah. Remember, we saw James actually break the ball.
Yeah.
I think it was Seattle PPA a year ago.
Dekel wears that one as another rough mid-court shot. Sails way too far.
Yeah, maybe hold back a little bit there.
Another missed ATP. Jimmy's asking Dekel if he saw it. Jimmy's asking the crowd if they saw it. He's being told from a lady looking down the line that it was out, and they're not going to challenge it.
Ooh, I'd love to see the.
I know. Let's get that
call replay.
I know they've got it. Let's see it when we come back after this one. There it is, clearly wide. Love that. Thank you, Truck.
The speed, the efficiency of close call replay.
10-11.
Huge serve followed by a rocket launcher of a forehand. And Duong, that's Quang's dad there, didn't enjoy that at all.
No.
is 0 for 3. Q's flirting with disaster, but it's not a problem because he's gotten all 3 when he's put too much spin on it.
Yeah, no, it's working well. He's pulling him out wide, and I think he's comfortable with Christian, too, defending that shot.
Yeah, I think there's a day where people will do that on purpose. Q can't come up with the drive there, so I mean, it can't get any closer than this. 12 apiece. We'll switch ends after this. Wind at the back of Dekel and Jimmy right now. Oh,
I was going to say that was the highest. So that serve was definitely up there.
The big difference in serve rule between the Carvana PPA Tour and the MLP is the toss. You can toss it here in MLP. You just have to drop it in MLP from a closed position. So you'll see him do that, but it was the swing path that Alan Roman didn't like. So it's a reserve and a very different pace on that one. So that goes deep. So the Ranchers will lead at the break 13-12. Welcome back, everybody. There's a good look at Dekel Bar. And Roscoe, he got called for the serve. Each player gets 1 warning, but this thing was very much parallel instead of having the paddle tip and the wrist below the ball there. Is that what you saw as well?
Yeah, definitely a sidearm serve there. And, but I mean, look at the power on that thing.
It was hammered. But what happened is he got called on it, and then he hit about 40 on the radar gun with the next one, and they did not win the rally. So that is not a small thing when you're playing rally scoring and it's this close. Plus, he's got to worry about that throughout the rest of this match. Oh, my. And Dekel just tagged a dude who has some tattoos, got an extra one.
And he's showing them off today, too.
It's a gun show here as he cut the sleeves out of the official Ranchers gear there. And he just, this is why this team doesn't win consistently. You get a little momentum. And then you throw a third in the net from a very short return.
Yeah, it's a consistency problem. You're right. But I mean, the talent from both of these players, Dave. James with the most insane reset, and then Dekel with wizardry. It's just,
14-14.
you know, putting it together.
Why don't they win every time? Why don't they win every time? I mean, now they're flying. It's like pass patterns out here on a Sunday in the NFL. Let's bring the tight end on the hook. And then here comes Big Papa Jimmy with the touchdown. That is nice.
15-14.
And there's the never-ending feet. Just bouncing.
If I'm Quang, I wouldn't even speed up. He's not speeding up the backhand. He's just consistently rolling it in that direction over and over and over until they win the point. I think that's definitely something they talked about before this match.
Wow, now it's Q who just gets a little too much of that. Blasts it deep.
16.
And a concerned, oh boy, was that a big deep breath from Dad right there. Wow.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, we've seen a big resurgence of the role and a change of what the right side player does with guys like Christian Alshon, Gabe Tardio, Hayden Patrickman. They're straddling the center line and making that an aggressive spot. That was terrific from Alshon. did this a little bit yesterday, just stops and admires what he did. We got super fans fired up.
Look at this guy. Yeah, Kyle McKenzie was getting a little airtime after that Dekel winner as well. He's way down there. You see him?
I mean, this means a lot to not just the players on the court, but the owners, the coach, the GM. And you hear the C from Jimmy. That's when it's going well for him.
Yeah.
Again, DC will get to set the lineup they want with mix too. So if they can grab this, that will be a wildly important choice to be able to close it out if they want to in 3. And now Jimmy tries to speed it up through the middle and gets a little help off the tape. And Rancher Nation is concerned. 19-16.
Have you ever seen Ryan look like that before?
No, unless something very, very bad happened to him on the pickleball court, like if he gets tagged. He gets tagged, but that dude was playing with the nails there. That is not a good sign.
No.
Oh, man, we've seen almost all 4 players on the court get a very short return. Look at Rachel's like, okay, good drive, good drive.
You can see how important it is to every single person. I mean, they're living and dying with every single point.
As they should be. Like, getting, you know, this is a team. That's the big difference between what's going to start tomorrow with the Lapiplasty Pickleball World Championships. That's for an individual and your partner. There's a lot of names involved in your play here. Oh, Dekel's all over it, but takes a massive cut at that.
Yeah, I was waiting for Quang to let that one go, play one at Dekel, because he's got so many high backhand looks here, but he keeps rolling it to Jimmy's backhand. Dekel actually sitting on this one, but catching it too perfect.
Oh, and Alshon with a perfect drop. And he shakes and bakes his own shot. We're tied at 19. And guess who's not chewing on his fingernails anymore? DeWidgeon's up.
DeWidgeon on his toes. We got a little break here from the players. I would
not have taken the break if I was the Ranchers. And by the break, I mean going to the towel. But we are just about 7 o'clock here. 75 degrees still, humid, little breeze. It's not nearly as windy as yesterday. Alan Roman granted them a little grace there, and I'm good with that.
Oh, just out.
Big D goes for his patented inside out, little flick through the middle, but doesn't catch the cord. And Texas has moved in front. Oh, and that was a 2-point miss. He was still thinking of.
They've been more disciplined than DC. We saw Dekel pull a few shots, missing them, but.
So here we go. Will discipline appear in our nation's capital? Man, 2 crazy gets, and they're going to get to the line. Wow, and Alshon left one up, but he did not pay the price. 22-19.
Yeah, James had one to step in and take a volley.
Just did not hit it with any pace. And the wind gust came flying up, and Alshon blasted one 4 feet deep. 20-22. The kitchen remains closed. They got to pack a lunch because they can never get to the kitchen.
Yeah.
There's
tough in this wind, though, right now.
Yeah, it is.
Starting to breeze.
And an absolute missile from Quang Duong, and the Ranchers are 1 point from tying this up at a win apiece. Alshon tried to buy a call with a yell, but to no avail.
Too late.
Yeah. Ryan's checking in. They're not going to challenge. Okay.
That's what happens when you get to the kitchen line right there. James so effective with that two-handed backhand.
Wow, and Texas chooses to call a timeout here despite the team with the lead. So I don't know about this one, like, unless you just hate something you just saw, but they're going to make sure they play this the right way here. On the other side, DC, this is free. You can't lose the match here when you're serving. Go get it.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. But at the same time, they have to try to replicate that last one.
Yes.
I think that's the first three shots, especially the drop, the hard backhand roll.
And I mean, we have so many conversations going on here over at the ranch, you know.
Yeah.
We got group over here in the paddock, we got a group over here in the corral, we got a group over here in the house. It's I don't know how they get all those messages squared away over there.
The ranch.
Living on the ranch. Yellowstone coming out again. It looks like November 10th. If you're fans of the ranch, but right now the Texas version of this wants a win. Wow, it just popped to the heavens. So a second try for those aforementioned Ranchers to tie it up here. Let's see if they can come up with something. And a blast of a two-handed backhand gets it done. DC and Texas even. It's mixed doubles to decide it, or will it be a dream breaker? I know what the fan with the Hustlers and the Flash. So 34-32. Now what was wild about that was those were match points to just end the whole thing earlier, and all of a sudden they didn't get it done on the side of the Ranchers, but they did pull out the second mixed match. So if we do get that, and it sure looks like we are based on the human beings on the court, how can you have more exciting than 34-32?
I think the only thing I've seen more exciting was Paris Todd and Tyson McGuffin in Grand Rapids, 40-38.
That is correct. Oh, and guess who's here? All right, now Lee Waters has arrived. Now, Lee, this is wild. Lee coaches Christian Alshon. Lee is also the coach of the New Jersey Fives with her daughter, Annalie Waters, who finished on the top of the table and have the #1 seed. And that's the other thing for those of you looking forward to Orlando. It's going to be back to the top seed, so Chicago Slice and Challenger, and here in Premier, the Fives will get to choose from the winners tonight as to who they want to play. So, will we have 34-32 again? We shall see. Tina Pisnik will get us started. Let's play pickleball. Wow. Man. What a ATP from Tina Pisnik, past her usual mixed doubles partner in Dekel Bar. Wow, Viv, we saw that earlier today, and we're getting a look at the ATP here. Let's take a look and see if it was clean or not.
2-0.
Wow, stab volley from Dekel. We also had an overhead where Viv didn't get out of the way, and Dekel was ready to just demolish it.
Yeah.
1-2.
I thought Q was terrific in the men's match and picking up right where he left off.
Yeah, Q was phenomenal in that men's match. I think he definitely was the key player on the court. He was super consistent, but at the same time super aggressive, rolling backhands cross court and driving the heck out of the ball.
You mentioned driving the heck out of the ball. There it is.
Yeah, especially with the wind, it can be dangerous, right? Pulls that ball long, but the idea is there.
For sure. Good lead there.
4-2.
And a missed return from Glozman. And this is where DC thinks they have the advantage in the mixed matchups. That was not the case earlier today. They split them.
Right now it's point 3. Three, 5.
Wow, Big D was on the counters, and then Viv with a little too much.
Six, 3. Right now it's point 4.
Just nice control by Big D right there.
I totally agree. Dekel's got one of those effortless rolls, holds kind of the tip of the paddle so it flows really nicely.
Just can't miss that. There's no reason to be leaning into that right there, because you're not going to do something good aggressively there.
There's the wizardry from Dekel.
Yes.
Again, when that paddle tip goes down, you have no idea where the ball's going to go. So I think it's a really good play here, especially in mixed doubles, because there's so many areas to cover for Q.
I'll recall. 5, 7.
As we mentioned, these are some of the widest courts you'll see in Grandstand. Again, you're going to see the greatest ATP in pro pickleball history because of how wide it is. We've got a great view there. Dekel couldn't even run that one down, so nice job by Q. And just methodically adding to the lead here for the Ranchers. 10-5.
10-5.
Again, this was the matchup that DC chose. 11-5, and we are a long way from looking at 34-32 right now. Q and Tina keep playing at this level and getting gifts from both Big D and Viv.
Some words from Dekel here.
Referee timeout.
We have a referee timeout, and I'm not sure why.
I'm going to guess it's because of the backboard or something to do with Dekel's eyesight here, because it seems like he's struggling with a lot of those cue drives.
And we are going to we have Howard Hepworth sitting by our side to get an update on what that is. So the question is indeed that. It's, can the video board be toned down just a bit, is the request from Dekel. So we appreciate everything our referees do, and we love having one here booth side, so we don't have to just speculate, Roscoe. We get a immediate answer for what's going on down on the court.
Yeah, seriously. I will say, having something behind the ball reflecting light is very hard when defending those drives. We'll have an answer here.
And
I guess no call from the ref, but
so we're just going to play on now at 11-5. Wow, they ran into each other again. What a get from Pisnik. And a miss from Glozman, and they've got to work this out, because that's two balls that Big D would have put away and never got to his paddle.
yeah, I like the idea of Dekel playing more aggressive, but right now it's clearly throwing Vivian off.
Wow, I don't know how Dekel got that back, and that would have meant a 8-point lead at the end switch. So if they win this point, the Ranchers, that's not a big deal, but we'll see. Oh, so Q jumps in front there, looks over at Dad on the way by.
It's in the budget for Q.
Oh, I want him to. I love that play by him. And look at this. When it was potentially 13-5 at the switch, they're all the way up to 8.
8-12.
And that's in by a foot into the wind. I'm sure coming off his paddle, it looked like there's no chance, but they keep it rolling. Now 9-12. Props to Viv and Dekel. Wind is absolutely howling right now. To try and make these dinks stay on the ground is really difficult. What an overhead. The ball is held up into the wind there on that lob, and Tina gets that on the ground. Christian, get me to my right. We'll be playing in that, and tomorrow I'm going to be on the court playing in split age, a senior pro with a young pro. That's going to be a lot of fun. Oh, off the tape, but still, Tina had Dekel leaning into the middle.
14-9.
Great move from Dekel there. So much better. He used to Ernie 5 times a game, it felt like. Now much more judicious.
Yeah, he's having to cover the middle a lot, so it doesn't give him a lot of space to look for that Ernie. But like you said, when he's on his feet, he's moving. It's so much more threatening, and he's able to do things like he just did there with the drive and with the Ernie.
Yeah, and then this matchup last night, he just said, I'm done with this, and took over. Here we go, and he's got the wind at his back.
I really do like that lean in
Yes.
from Vivian. Something that she was doing really well in the women's doubles match. The only problem is she's having to sit back off the line to avoid the cue speed up. But when she's able to get a look at it,
And that one is left up, and Tina Pisnik makes them pay inside out down the line. And when you know your partner's wanting to go and you have such an important role, does Viv put the ball behind cue as she did on the other one, make the dinks, let Dekel get involved. It's hard sometimes.
little windy play there.
Yeah.
Definitely makes it tougher to get those drops down.
Yeah, Q's going to be able to swing as hard as he can. He's going into the wind now.
I love that. That's what Vivian's got to do. She's got to get closer to that line and start taking balls out of the air.
I mean, she is a tall lady. I would love to have her reach. Obviously, you have it, but it just narrows the kitchen.
Yeah.
Don't love that choice. After all that beautiful trying to lay it in, she actually got a ball in the midcourt. Just throw that in and get to the line.
Yeah, that's definitely a reset there.
So Texas has been able to maintain anywhere from a 3 to 5 point lead throughout this end switch. Wow, just, I didn't love the lob from Tina, but a little bit of footwork challenges from Viv there because she did not just turn her shoulder. First thing that can happen is I can benefit from just settling my squad down here. So let's go ahead and challenge it. And she might, I think out of all of this, I think most people in the building thought she missed that, and she made it.
Yeah, I think that's in. I think that's catching the line.
Yeah, so didn't love the footwork or the position that she hit the overhead from, but guess what? When you hit it on the back edge of the line, you got it figured out. That ball's good.
After video review, the out call's overturned. The ball was in. Texas, you'll lose 1 free video challenge. You have 2 remaining. DC has 2 free video challenges remaining. We'll resume play at side out, 14-17.
Could this be a momentum change?
It could be. Because I was one of those where you're real frustrated if you missed where that ended up. And I know it's hard to hit overheads in the swirling wind here.
14-17.
So perfectly executed as it turned out by Glozman.
There it is.
Using that height and unreal power, one of the most powerful hitters on the women's side on tour for sure is Glozman, and she's got them within 2 here. Oh, but then the pirouette after the inside out miss. gives the lead to 3.
The idea's there, and I think she's going to win those points the more she does them. She's just got to be consistent with those volleys.
Instead of taking it out of the air, Viv gave ground there, and that set up Q 19-15. You're tall, be tall.
Yeah.
Oh my. Dekel on the trampoline. Let's see if he wins the rally.
Really good stuff there from Viv. I think her being aggressive here is just going to create overall pressure on Q, not allowing him to play as hyper aggressive as he's been. Right now, or especially starting the match, it just felt like he was using his hyper aggressiveness to just dictate.
So Q gave up a bunch of those to Jimmy in the men's, and he didn't make them. Dekel does make it here. And guess what? They creep within 2. Again, they played earlier today in a match that started at 1 p.m. Central, and it was 34-32, Viv and Dekel. What a read from Dekel there, and again, set up by Viv, taking these dinks out of the air.
100%. Dekel's able to do that shot because of Viv's volley there. I think she played that perfectly.
Within 1. Missed return. We are tied up.
The wind is just pushing right now.
Maybe we will get 34-32.
It's the wind right there. It's really tough to transition with that. Those gusts, especially when you're with it, trying to drive the ball. Fly long.
A lot of positivity from every member of the DC team there. Q coming in hot, but pulls it off the tape wide.
Viv again doing a great job taking that ball out of the air, creating that pressure.
Wow, a shanked return from Pisnik, and Dekel found the right pace. We've seen a lot of those, especially from this end, just hit too hard.
Yeah, it's almost like you just want to let him go because you think the wind's taking it out, but that one nicely placed by Dekel.
Ooh. 21 apiece. Rancher Nation trying to will their team forward. It's been a great day for the Texas team so far, undefeated. Oh, Q misses a golden opportunity on a ball that Pisnik can't believe got to her paddle. All right, welcome back. Who is going to get it done in crunch time? DC up 1. Texas just called timeout. That's just money from Q, who was terrific in the men's match and comes up big right there. 22 all. Where's this return going to end up?
That backhand volley.
Yeah. Not my favorite choice, though, there from Q.
A little low for sure. Tried to take a little off it, but not enough.
No way. Big D, not even in the tape, a couple squares below it, and it wasn't the big serve. 23 all.
And looked a little high, too. I think maybe he had it in the back of his mind.
Again, called on a warning earlier, and now Q can't come up with the drive. Game point is on the paddle of DC's Vivian Glozman. And a vicious roll across court that had to be shallow to get past Dekel. We're tied at 24.
24-24.
Vivian Glozman reaching in.
Yes.
Using her length to just change the pace of this game completely.
And Dekel was there when Q went for the big swing from the midcourt. Game point 2.
25-24.
Comes up short there. And maybe we will get a rerun of a match that ends in the 30s. 25 up.
You. 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 You.
Oh my, Viv hasn't lobbed all day. Throws one up with the wind at her back. And now Texas, after saving 2 game points, has one of their own. You can see well out on our close call replay. Oh my, okay. All right, well, I have no problem with the maybe we're using this as a timeout. It's harder to hit a third if you think about it. I mean, this ball is a couple inches out, as we saw from the lob, and tough place to make a lob at 25 all there, Roscoe.
Yeah, again, just, oh, here we go. Yeah, definitely long. I think that's more of those timeout challenges.
Yes.
But yeah, in these big moments, I think you got to stick to what you're comfortable with. The lob there, definitely a risky play, especially with the wind, right? You want to usually lob against the wind. They need to shake that off. They need to think about this point and do what they've been doing well so far, which is getting that kitchen line and taking balls out of the air.
26-25.
Oh my goodness. Dekel's ball was not going to stay in, and then Q kind of had that in the back of his head and took a horrendous swing at that because his body was saying don't swing, and to be a parent. And they get it right back, though. So Texas's second chance. DC's already had 2 game points of their own.
27-26.
And that sails deep, and it's the Texas Ranchers that win this one 28-26, and it is their team Etta and Christian Alshon that can close the door, but on the other side will be Big Papa Jimmy and Rachel Rohrabacher.
Great match yesterday. Jimmy really finding his footing, playing over, taking a lot of court. Rachel steady as always. But earlier today, they lost the match to Etta and Christian. So we'll see. This is kind of the third and final showdown, not of just DC versus the Ranchers, but of Jimmy versus Christian and Rachel versus Etta.
Yeah, it was 25-17 yesterday. They looked just in complete command. So you love the team sport. Now you got to pick up Dekel and Viv. They were right there. They had chances. They didn't get it done. But you feel like maybe you're the better Dream Breaker team. So go out there and be our studs and win.
Yeah, you have to have that short-term memory and, you have to have bad memory and lose sight of what just happened.
So here we go. Let's play pickleball. Berth in the semis on the line. Oh, wow, and Jimmy got exactly what he wanted.
The feet are moving.
Oh, they won't stop.
1-0.
Great shot from Alshon there. 2-0 start for the Ranchers. And folks, we are not done after this match because the other premier quarterfinal is also going 3. So just get another round of popcorn and snacks ready for that one. Hustlers and Flash after this.
That'll be a great one.
There's the bounce, the never-ending bounce.
So right off the bat, everyone's finding their soft shots. We saw, or sorry, not just soft shots, but their feel. You can tell the wind definitely playing a part in that. Christian letting that forehand fire a few times now.
And I love that mentality. I mean, if we're going to go take it, take it. Don't just hope they miss. And just the march of Rohrabacher back to the line to serve.
2-4.
Wow, and then the serve, 3 feet.
Yeah, so again, they're finding that feel. The question is, who's going to find it first? I think that's the team that's going to come out on top here.
Wow, and Rohrabacher goes for too much angle on a sitter. 6-2 Ranchers.
6-2.
Tension building on the DC sideline. Oh my. Interesting that that ended up being a backhand drive for Etta instead of Christian's forehand.
3-6.
I think he blinked.
4-6.
And right back with some fast-paced firepower, and they're within 1. And the swings of emotion will be many. Etta goes for too much roll and angle out of the air, especially, man, this wind. We saw the gust of up to 18. That's what we're feeling right now. Feel like Jim Cantori out there covering a weather issue on the side of a beach. 6-all.
6.
Just unbelievable effort from Rachel getting them back in the rally. It's Jimmy that throws it in the net. Yeah, we're perched in the second level here, folks, so you can definitely hear that wind in our microphones.
I wonder if we can almost feel it more than them down there, being higher up.
And it's a protected center court, unlike many, so we're probably at the top of the gusts up here. Oh, and Rachel blows one wide. So 3 missed backhands, 2 from Ignatowich, 1 from Rohrabacher, 6-all now, 9-6 for the Ranchers. Desperately needed stop right there.
I would love to see James use his backhand to go behind Christian. I think he wins that cross-court rally. Obviously, mixed doubles, you try to go down the line. But yeah, play on Christian's backhand a little more. Keep him out of that middle, because the forehand in the middle is just deadly.
8, 9.
And Etta's not going to miss dinks.
No. Watch just the emotion of Rohrabacher. Just bends her knees, gets like, oh man, we got a short return.
10, 8.
What a jump out of the corner with ease.
Really athletic.
9, 10.
That just ate him up there. And concerned Kyle McKenzie. He's got his coach face. Just living and dying on every single rally.
11, 9.
Big swing from Alshon, and again, Texas has the 2-1 lead, so it is over if Etta and Christian win. So just for a little momentum and psychology, big rally here. Ranchers, they get to walk all the way over there and have the timeout up 3. That could honestly be the difference, because you get the other side to press a little bit.
Yeah, I think it's the better side as well.
That is a great get from Etta Wright. Yourself a highlight here in Dallas. My goodness, a ridiculous dig, and deservedly the picture-perfect one-handed backhand roll. Texas is up 3. We're switching ends here in Dallas. That's something special from Etta Wright. points against in the prior match, and now they can put an end to this if they can keep their lead. And right away, Alshon speeds it up, 14-10.
14-10.
Ball is wide. A pretty slow moving ball. Let's see if it caught it all. It caught something, but it's all gray, so that is definitely wide. And Roscoe, could Texas be making the big comeback all the way, having to win twice today, and then having to win both the mixed matches, and they might get it done?
It looks like they are right now, that's for sure. Christian Alshon, Etta Wright playing super high level, super consistent.
After the review, the outcall stands. DC charges 1 video challenge. You have 0 free video challenges remaining. Texas has 2 free video challenges remaining. Resume play at 15-10.
And the DJs just did those ladies wrong. I mean, they were ready to put a Y, an M, and a CA up in the air, and we had to cut it off because of how quick we're back on these replays. Wow, off the tape, and frustration is about to set in, and Kyle McKenzie and the bench, this is where you can really help your team stay in it. 16-10. And another one, 17-10, and they are going to use their one and only timeout here. Desperate times for DC as it's Etta and Christian out. Doubles must arrive immediately. Big swing and a miss there for Alshon, so
3 points help as well.
They're aided there. Wow, 2 in a row.
It's the best timeout ever.
12-17.
But Rohrabacher can't find the court with the forehand drive.
18-12.
And it's Etta Wright who has been in control of the cross courts. 19-12.
I'd like to see Rachel dink a few line, honestly. Get Christian hitting his backhand. I think that could be a successful play for them. Oof.
Wow. Okay. They're on an odd, so this is where Jimmy's got to crank another serve and try and get more free points.
13-19.
That's it right there. It's the hyper-aggressive play. We saw Quang Duong do it just before this. It's been working, especially with the wind gusting, and James has really got to control that mindset, take over.
Wow, swing and a miss from Etta, and that was a good thing.
Yeah. I thought, part of me thought she hit it kind of far away from the court here, but.
Christian is known to try and scream his way into a call there. I think
that's a junior tennis
yeah.
move right there.
15-20.
But it's Alshon who is the aggressor here, and you can see the ball before that well out.
Alshon just using his length so well, and again, his forehand in the middle, one of his best shots for sure.
4 points from a berth in the semis. Make that 3.
22-15.
Two away. Oh, he said he was there, and he definitely was, and then went for too much. So a glimmer of hope.
Yeah.
The freeze will come into play, so it would be nice if you're DC to get 2 or 3 here somehow on your serve.
16-23.
Wow, got the short return and did nothing with it. We are at game, match, and series clinching point. So they saved the first one. Launched.
They have room here, but still doesn't feel good.
No, especially once you see a 20 up there, that's where it gets real nerve-wracking. Okay, 19. Wow, what a shot right there from Alshon. Series clinching point number 2. Do it. Lasso up a spot in the semifinals, Texas Ranchers. You've gotten it done. They beat DC at 1 o'clock. They beat them again tonight. And what a well-earned win. It's the 5 seed beating the 4 seed. And we will have a Texas Ranchers team heading to Orlando. What a performance.